Hello everyone, this is Sir John Lubert who will be discussing for today's lesson Week 1 and Week 2 for Grade 7 Health. First, we will be having the objectives. Number 1 explains the factors that affect the promotion of good mental health. Milk code H7PH3AB-28. Number 2 explains that stress is normal and inevitable. Milk code HPH3AB-29. Number 3. Differentiate eustress from distress. Mod code H7PH3AB30. And lastly, identify situations that cause feelings of anxiety and stress. Mod code H7PH3AB-31. Before we start our lesson, we will be having a recap of what we have learned previously. On the food pyramid, we have learned that we have to drink a lot of water and clear broth. We have to eat most of rice, root crops, corn, noodles, breads, and cereals. Eat more of vegetables, green salads, fruits, or juices. And we have to eat some of fish, poultry, dry beans, nuts, egg, lean meats, low-fat dairy. And we have to consume or eat a little of fats, oils, sugar, or salt. We also learned previously that the signs and symptoms of malnutrition and micronutrient deficiencies are the following. First, reduced appetite, lack of interest in food and drink, feeling tired all the time, feeling weaker, getting ill often and taking a long time to recover, wounds taking a long time to heal, poor concentration, and feeling cold most of the time. We also learned the following eating disorders. First is anorexia nervosa, second is bulimia nervosa, third one is binge eating disorder, fourth one is rumination disorder. Anorexia nervosa is the one that's very thin but his or her mind, he or she is very fat. Bulimia nervosa is the one that eats lots of food and purge his or herself afterwards. Binge eating disorder is the one that consumes a large amount or quantity of food. Rumination disorder is the one or a condition in which people repeatedly and intentionally speed up or regurgitate undigested or partially digested food from the stomach and then rechews it. Before we go on our lesson, we will be having a very short activity. If you have given the chance or if you have the chance to have, which one would you have? First is a bike, second is an owner type Jeep, third is a sedan. If I would be asked which one would I have, I'd like to have them all. I will be asking the question, which one would I be using? The answer is very simple. If I will be going on a daily basis, I will be using this Jeep. If I will be going on a very important occasion, I will be using the sedan. If I will be on my weekend chores, I will be using this bike. Why did we have this activity? We have to have a good mental health for us to have a good decision in life. So let us continue. Moving on our lesson, we will be defining mental health. Mental health will be defined as follows. First, the emotional aspect of mental health. It involves your ability to manage and express the emotions that arise from what you have learned and experienced. Second would be the psychological aspect of mental health. Psychological health refers or pertains to dealing with or affecting the mind, especially as functions of awareness, feeling, or motivation. This is sometimes referred as psychological play. Mental health can also be defined on the social aspect of it, the social well-being, on how we relate to others. Mental health also refers on how we affect the way we think, feel, and act. Lastly, it determines how we handle stress, relate to others, and make choices. Moving on, my dear grade 7 students, as an adolescent, You are experiencing problems and situations that can make you stressed. What are these kinds of situations that can make you stressed? First, what time would you be waking up in the morning? Second, what kind of dress would you want to have for the day? Third, what meal would you want to eat for the day? And one problem could be what food would you want to have during breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Second is that you have to know how to manage your emotion and mentality. As a young adult or on your adolescent years, you have lots of emotions running in your mind and it affects your mentality. This is particularly because of your hormones that is fluctuating in your body at the moment. Next is that you have to be capable enough to think what is right from wrong, what are the things that can make you feel better. You have learned in your science lesson that a baking soda, when mixed with vinegar, that would produce lots of smoke and would mimic some kind of explosion. So therefore, you will not be doing that if you are to do something. Next is that who are the persons that can help you in your struggle? You have learned in your ESP class that you have to attend help or seek help from people or persons that is older than you or that could be wiser or more knowledgeable than you. My dear grade 7 students, moving on with our lesson for today, we will be going to the topic stressor. Stressor refers to the things that cause an individual to be stressed. There are two kinds of stress. First one is the eustress. Eustress pertains to a healthy and positive response of the body from a stressor. It makes a good impact on a person's well-being. Example, person who studied for long hours and got an excellent grade in the exam may feel happiness and enjoyment. My dear grade 7 students, what will be the implication of eustress for you during this pandemic? This is a very good example. When you finish your modules on time and when you have your performance task ready and have it sent to your advisor or to your teachers and have a positive response or feedback coming from them. The other kind of stress is distress. Distress relates to a negative reaction of the body to a given stressor. It can cause health problems, impair mood and emotion, and even affect a person's way of thinking. Example, when a person woke up late for work, he or she may feel frustration and disappointment. My dear grade 7 students, what will be the best example for distress to you? The best example is that when you have your modules unattended and when the time comes that when the modules will be given back to your advisor for checking, there are no answers and when the performance tasks are not given on time. Summing it up, there are two kinds of stress. One is eustress or the healthy stress and the other is distress. Let us move on the last and final topic for today. It is anxiety. Anxiety is defined as a feeling of fear, worry, or unease. It can happen to anyone who is unable to identify particular stressors in their life. Anxiety is a normal emotion. Please bear that in mind, my dear grade 7 students. When a person continually feels uneven levels of anxiety, it can lead to a serious mental disorder. Stress and anxiety are not always bad. In the short period of time, they can help you overcome a challenge or dangerous situation. My dear grade 7 students, for today's activity, I would like you to listen to the video for a song by Basil Valdez, Lift Up Your Hands.
Life is not reach out and open your heart. Lift up your hands to God, and He'll show you the way. And He said, cast your burdens upon me, those who are heavily laden. Come to me, all of you who are tired of carrying heavy loads. For the yoke I will give you is easy, and my burden is light. Come to me, and I will give you rest. When you feel the world is tumbling down on you, and you have no one that you can hold on to, just face the rising sun, and you see hope, and there's no need to run. Lift up your hands to God, and He'll make you feel alright. And He said, cast your burdens upon me, those who are heavily laden. Come to me, all of you who are tired of carrying heavy loads. For the yoke I will give you is easy, and my burden is light. Come to me, and I will give you rest. And He said, cast your burdens upon me, those who are heavily laden. Come to me, all of you who are tired of carrying heavy loads. For the yoke I will give you is easy, and my burden is light. Come to me, and I will give you rest.
My dear grade 7 students, have you enjoyed the video? If so, kindly answer the following. Write your answer in a sheet of paper. What is the message of the song? How do you feel after listening to the song? How can the song help you manage stress? We would be having an assessment of what we have learned. This will be answerable by true or false. First, I will be reading the questions, and then afterwards, we will try to answer it one by one. Let us begin. Number 1 question. Stress is the physiological or physical and emotional response to a significant or unexpected change or disruption in one's life. Number 2. Distress refers to a positive and healthy response of the body to a stressor. Number 3. Stressor refers to the things that make a person stressed. Number 4. Eustress refers to a negative reaction of the body to a given stressor. Number 5. Anxiety is a feeling of fear, worry, or nervousness, can be a reaction to stress. So let us answer. Number 1, the answer is true. Stress is the feeling or stress is the physiological or physical and emotional response to a significant or unexpected change or disruption in one's life. Number 2 answer, false. Distress refers to a positive and healthy response of the body to a stressor. Number 3 answer, stressor refers to the things that makes a person stress. That is true. Number 4, eustress refers to a negative reaction of the body to a given stressor. The answer is false. Number 5, anxiety is a feeling of fear, worry, or nervousness, can be a reaction to stress. The answer is true. Finally, for our reflection, those difficulties are ways to have good mental health also because it made us who we are now. The most important thing is we handle our stress and anxiety by looking at the bright side of life. We would be having an assessment of what we have learned. This will be answerable by true or false. First, I will be reading the questions and then afterwards we will try to answer it one by one. Let us begin. Number 1 question. Stress is the physiological or physical and emotional response to a significant or unexpected change or disruption in one's life. Number 2. Distress refers to a positive and healthy response of the body to a stressor. Number 3. Stressor refers to the things that make a person stressed. Number 4. Eustress refers to a negative reaction of the body to a given stressor. Number 5. Anxiety is a feeling of fear, worry, or nervousness, can be a reaction to stress. So let us answer. Number 1, the answer is true. Stress is the feeling or stress is the physiological or physical and emotional response to a significant or unexpected change or disruption in one's life. Number 2 answer, false. Distress refers to a positive and healthy response of the body to a stressor. Number 3 answer, stressor refers to the things that makes a person stress. That is true. Number 4, eustress refers to a negative reaction of the body to a given stressor. The answer is false. Number 5, anxiety is a feeling of fear, worry, or nervousness, can be a reaction to stress. The answer is true. For your reference, you may click on the links below and you may grab a copy of the learning activity sheet for Health Grade 7 titled Managing Stress for Quarter 3, Weeks 1 to 4.